Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Planet J Tarot. My name is Jay, and today we have a pick a pile reading, pick a card reading, whatever you want to call it, to see what people respect about you. So, yeah, we've got three to choose from. This first one is going to be the red carnelian crystal, the second one is going to be opalite, and the third one is going to be red jasper. So if you wanted to watch more than one, I would say watch it for a different group of people or a different person. So why might your family respect you might be different than why your coworkers might respect you, or your partner or your best friend or whatever. So take what is yours and leave what isn't. If it resonates, give it a like. Love you guys. Again, my name is Jay, and thank you for visiting my channel. We're going to get started with group number one in just a moment. Let me pick these cards up. Okay. Alrighty. Card number one, pile number one, group number one, whatever you want to call yourselves. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. The crystal you chose is this red carnelian crystal, and it looks like this. And yeah, we're just gonna get into why people respect you. And to start off the reading, I'm gonna put this here on the bottom corner so you know which group we're on, as well as this number one, so it's easy for anyone who comes in later on. And we're gonna start with an energy check, and then we're gonna look at your blind pulls. Okay, so why do people? I saw the Emperor. Why do people respect card number one or pile number one? Why do people respect pile number one? Oh, a card to rare already. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands. Why do people respect card number one? Pile number one. Why do people respect? Ooh, the Devil wanted to come out in reverse. Wow. Okay, I'll show you. It looks like that. I'm gonna put it up here. The Devil in reverse. Very interesting because it was sitting right next to the Three of Pentacles. So I don't know if you're. I don't want to say anything just yet. I want to just get all the cards. Oh, sorry, y'all. I want to get all the cards out first so that I don't have to keep taking pauses in the middle. So let's get one more from this deck. Why do people respect? Oh, wow. Wow. And then there's the Page of Cups, though. It's the Page of Cups. Wow. Page of Cups. It's a nice energy, I feel like. So I feel like people respect you, but they also appreciate something or an energy like this. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Wow. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Okay. And the cards that you got, or that you chose, let me say. Oh my goodness. Can you just. Thank you. Okay. So we got Eight of Pentacles, ordinariness. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, you got a lot of like pentacle energy here with the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, but even the Ten of Wands, the Devil being connected to that Three of Pentacles earlier, and the Page of Cups here, it's kind of painting a picture. Here's the Emperor. Didn't I tell you guys I was seeing the Emperor earlier? When I split the deck to do the first shuffle to pull this first card, the Emperor was there on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Overload. Wow. Yeah, what does it seem like in this group? You just carry a lot. You do a lot. Knight of Pentacles, another Pentacles energy coming through. So you got the King and the Knight of Pentacles so far. Two of Swords, decision. Oh, okay. I like this. Aries, independence, bravery, passion. And the Two of Wands. Again, with the decisions and the choices and the things that you can handle. Okay. So it's pretty easy for this group. What I mean is like the messages are so clear. And I feel like if this does not sound like you, like the first 2 minutes of this reading doesn't sound like you, then choose another group, because this is like the energy of somebody who definitely deserves the things that they have with the things that they want, because they aren't afraid of putting in work to get to where they want to be, or to honor a commitment, to do the right thing, to win, to help another person, to support. Like you give off that energy. It's very respectable for the Emperor to be coming through here, the Devil in reverse, and the Emperor tells me that if you are a leader, you're an honest leader. If you have any sort of ranking, control, pull, or anything, it's like you deserve to have that, and you are the person that should have that, because I feel like you would make smart choices, you would make honorable choices, you wouldn't abuse the control, the power, the admiration, the The love. It feels like love. It feels like not only do people respect you for being this way, but they also have a soft spot for you. They almost love you. And I say almost love you because I don't know if you would want, I don't know if they feel like they shouldn't tell you this. Like, I don't know. It depends on who you're watching for and what you do, if that makes sense. Because let's say someone here, a different person, maybe not your situation, but maybe somebody else is like a boss. Then the people that are respecting them would be, people that work under them or something like that. So maybe that's why they wouldn't want you to know or want to say the whole love part, because maybe something about it might be like a bit inappropriate. Let's say if it's like a friend or whatever and you're not the lovey-dovey type, then they might want to tell you how much they respect you for this, but it kind of extends a little deeper to them having a soft spot for you and also feeling for you when you have so much on your plate. Wow. Yeah, so the reason why people respect you in this group is because of three traits that you have, which is your independence, your bravery, and your passion. These are the things that fuel the respect that people have for you. So let's figure out a little bit more about the why. Hopefully you can see all the cards on the table. I'm going to move that out the way. Yeah, hopefully you can see all the cards on the table a little better. Hopefully it's not too messed up. It says decision right here in ordinariness on this card. And then this one right here is the Two of Wands. Okay? And then this is Aries. So let's start with the Ten of Wands because that was the first card we got. This is the way that people think you think about the world, like what they think your core values are, and that sort of thing. People think that what is important to you, what you think makes the world go round, is doing what you're supposed to do, getting shit done, putting in work, not expecting anything easy, being someone dependable, being someone strong, someone that doesn't ask for too much either. Like, I feel like you're somebody that takes a lot of initiative. You're not, I feel like people could come to you for support, not the other way around. So that gives you a lot of respect because people view you to be somebody that almost like knows the value that they put forth. So let's say you're in a partnership, then you are that partner that will go above and beyond for your partner. And the reason why they respect you is because you don't do it. You do it without complaining. You do it without ending up hating the responsibility that you have at the end of the day. You're not like some people that get in a relationship, they have children, all of a sudden they wish that they didn't have children because of all of the things that it takes, all of the time it takes, the dedication, the hard nights, the long nights, the loneliness it may feel, the lack of support, whatever. But it's like, and it doesn't have to be with kids. It could be with literally anything. Take your pick as to what you feel like in your life you put so much effort into. It could be people. It could be your family. It could be your job. It could be your goals. It could be literally anything. It could be your body. It could be your workout. It doesn't matter. But it's like you just seem to be somebody that is going to keep going. Like you're going to keep pushing, even if it's difficult, especially if it's difficult. So this makes you irreplaceable as well because the work ethic that you have, the dedication you have, I feel like you have to have insane focus for this to be your energy as well. That's what's really respectable. With the Devil card in reverse, this is the way you handle your emotions. And I think this is what is probably the most respectable thing about you, right? Because being this sort of type of person who has to, you know, maybe you have a lot of obligations. Maybe you do get overwhelmed sometimes. Maybe you have a lot of things on your plate, or you can't afford to make a billion mistakes or anything like that. It feels like this is the energy of somebody that can't afford to mess up, mostly because they are ambitious or because they have things that they want to do, but also because it's not just them that would be affected if they stopped caring, if they stopped doing what they do. I feel like you're extremely consistent as well. And you're like the type of person that does not lose sight of the end goal. So where somebody might get tired and give up halfway through the race, you're going to finish that shit because you prepared for it. You made a choice to do it. You said you were going to do it. And because you care. I feel like the biggest part about it is because you care. So why people respect you in terms of the way you handle your emotions is because you're showing up as the devil in reverse, which means yes, you may feel a certain type of way. Yes, you may have this going on. Yes, this may have been unfair. Yes, this may have upset you or whatever. But that does not mean that you're going to make another person pay for it. That doesn't mean you're going to exaggerate things or blow things out of proportion, or get disrespectful. I mean, maybe unless they push you to that point, but I really feel like this is all about the choices you make, the decisions you make, and how you go back and forth and weigh the actual decision. So this is somebody that has a lot of forethought. This is somebody who respects themselves and knows that they deserve that respect because they are so careful with the decisions they make, the choices they make, and also because they don't question themselves at all. I feel like this really does come through the most with your work. But for some of you guys, this could come out in your partnership. So let's say you do make a lot of decisions in your partnership, but that's because you're someone that can be trusted to make decisions. That's because you consider another person's emotions as well as your own, but you also consider what's logical, what's practical, and what you can do. I feel like this is the energy of somebody that does not take on more than they can handle. So if you say you're going to get something done in X amount of time, then you're going to do it. Some of you guys, you might even get it done early. Or I feel like this is also like something about like a flawless execution. So if you do something, you do it right. So you're not somebody that people have to go back and like check your work or go back and do this or whatever. No. It's just always expected for you to actually give a fuck about what it is that you're doing. So you're not going to make those mistakes. You're not going to be careless. You're not going to blame other people if something goes wrong. You'll take the responsibility. You'll bear the brunt. You'll put on, I don't want to say you'll put on a smile, because it's not that you act as if you don't have emotions. It's that you don't pressure another person to feel the way that you do. You don't pressure another person to calm you when you're feeling a certain type of way. It just feels like the energy of somebody that takes responsibility for themselves, their own actions, and their own goals and choices. So let's say you were supposed to be doing something. Someone tried to make it harder for you to get it done. But that doesn't mean that you can blame that person for putting a speed bump or a wrench in your plans for you never doing it. Just because another person made it difficult, or just because the situation prolonged it a little bit more, just because you got tired, that is not an excuse. This feels like your mentality. I'm not saying that this is how you should always push yourself. I'm not saying that at all, because what it really feels like with this reading, as I'm speaking this way, is that the people that admire you the most for these traits want you to take a break, want to help you, want you to be a little bit more like the Page of Cups sometimes, because they like that. So yes, you can be respectable, responsible, hardworking, have a lot of endurance and stuff, but that doesn't mean that you don't also have a sensitive side to you. That doesn't mean that you also like certain things. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing somebody that, yes, maybe you do this during the daytime, or you do this for work or whatever, but there are other things that you do care about outside of your work. Or I don't know, this feels like something sweet. like I don't know if somebody learned about something about you that made them kind of view you a little bit more human. You know what I mean? Like, this is as hardworking as you can be, as much stamina you have, and as controlled as you can be, and level-handed and grounded and down to earth as you can be. That doesn't mean that you don't have a child like energy to you when you have time for that. That doesn't mean that you are always a hard ass. That doesn't mean that you're always work, work, work. It feels like people respect you because they also learn that maybe you do have something you do to let go, to be loose, or to just enjoy your life. Like, like some people, yes, they do a lot for work, they're very respectable, or they have this sort of bravado to them, or this strength, and that's cool and everything. But like, what about your intimate relationships? What about, like, your day-to-day interactions with people? Like, are you actually pleasant? Like, and I feel like people view you to be that way. Like, people actually view you to be all of the things I said before. And you're a master at something as well. I don't know what it is, but there's one thing, at least one thing. For some of you guys, it's two, that you do really, really effing well. And people respect you for that thing. So some of you guys, it's a hobby. For others of you, it's what you do for work. For some of you guys, I don't know, it's like a partner, something that your partner really respects that you do. So like, let's say your partner tells you that this is a need that they have, and you actually do that, they respect you even more because you say you're going to do it and you do it. But apply it to your situation as you see fit. Okay. Yeah, so I do feel like people view you to be someone who's pleasant. You are approachable. You are nice. And maybe someone might assume that you don't have this Page of Cups energy to you, but you do. And so when people find that out, that is not only respectable, but it's like, the reason why it's respectful is because it would make a lot of sense for someone to lose that side of them. You know what I mean? It would make a lot of sense for someone who has to carry the burdens of other people because they're lazy, or because they're inept, or and whatever. sometimes because they're disabled, they can't do it, they don't have enough time, or they need someone like you to do it. You're the only one that can get it done. Like it really doesn't matter what the circumstances, but it would make a lot of sense for somebody that goes through this on a day-to-day basis. It seems like um to eventually burn out or eventually give up or kind of lose the love that they have for what they do or their responsibilities, or maybe get a different dream because the one that they have is a little difficult. But you don't seem that way. You seem like, okay, I made this choice. I decided that I can do this. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do it. So that's really respectable. Yeah. So I would say with the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, your archetype is kind of like the person people can call, the person people don't have to worry about. I feel like this is also the energy of someone who people can trust as well, but trust with important things. Okay, so sometimes people trust other people with their emotions, and I'm not saying that you aren't somebody that people can trust with their emotions, but I feel like this is more so like someone could trust you with something valuable. Someone could trust you with the secret, the responsibility, the title, like the family. It really doesn't matter, but people can trust you with things that are important, things that make the world go round, for you to be the King of Pentacles, right? So King of Wands, they're all about the energy, the attraction, the confidence, the passion that they can inspire in other people to get them to invest, to work for them, to motivate them, to whatever. But the King of Pentacles to me is more of a, they have something to offer, like something physical to offer that other people need, whether that is an expertise, money to invest, um, a good energy that people can trust, rely on, start a family with, build something with. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like something tangible. So it takes a lot of maturity to be like this. It takes a lot of growing up. So what people respect about this group is that you're full grown. You're grown up. You're very mature. People don't have to explain to you how things work or what to do in this situation, what not to do, right from wrong. They don't have to do any of those things. So some of you guys, you don't have to be trained. You don't have to be taught a lot. You just do. You take a lot of initiative in this group. And I feel like on top of that, there is this sort of like fierceness there. Like if another person were to be intimidated by this, which I really don't think is like the case too often, I feel like this would be more so like a like I'm glad to have this person around sort of energy or impact that you might have on other people. But should another person ever be intimidated by an energy like this, it would be because they're not living up to their own expectations. They're not holding up their side of the deal in some part of their life. They are, barking up the wrong tree. They're beating a dead horse in their own life. So to look at you, and if they were to feel some type of way, it would be because that's what their state is. But I feel like for the most of you guys, what it is that the people are a lot very thankful. There's a lot of gratitude that they have for you and what you bring to the table, what you offer, how you maintain yourself, and things like that. So let's get 3 more cards before we close it out. So I'm going to put this back on the deck. And look where it is, the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck. I was just using that as an example, so it's funny that it was there. But okay, so we have the Seven of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles, again, which is this card right here. And the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you actually are an empathetic person. You are an empathetic person, and I feel that some of you guys, you actually do accept apologies if they're sincere. Or you actually are an understanding person because maybe you've been through similar things. Yeah, I feel like you guys are really like grounded. So it takes a while to get you angry. It takes a while to get you to, call it quits or lose sight of what's important. Like if you were to ever get to that point, it would be understandable because that's so out of character for someone like you. I feel like with the Seven of Swords is that you do honest work, you do good work. You don't lie about the things that you do or what you're able to do. So this is somebody that if you are talking about something you achieved or something that you're gonna do, you're not capping about that shit. So if you say you're gonna get $1 billion, you're gonna get $1 billion. If you say that that person is fake, then they are gonna end up being seen as fake by everybody because that's how they will end up presenting themselves to be. So I feel like this is also somebody who pays attention to other people's choices and stuff. I'm not getting that you're somebody that will, slander another person if if they really are terrible, but I am getting that you will be honest. You will not waste time, you know what I mean? You will uphold your values, but that doesn't mean because you're trying to be petty or anything. I just feel like it's just so respectable. I mean, so far this feels like this might be the most respectable out of all of them, because here's the Emperor right there. But I don't want to speak too soon. If that resonated, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I'm going to pick up these cards now, and we're going to get started with group number 2, which is the Opalite group. This was nice. I very much like this energy. So let me pick up the cards. We'll get started with the other one. Okay, so group number 2. Group number 2. Okay, I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat as well. So we'll put group 2 at 21. Here we go. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be looking at the reasons why people respect you. So I'm going to put this number 2, your crystal, which is this opalite crystal. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't think this is moonstone, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we're going to put yours here, and we'll look at what cards you got in just a second. Let's start off with some shuffles. So I saw the 4 of Swords and the Death card. So let's see if those cards come out in any of the blind pulls or in the shuffles that we do right now. So why do people respect group number 2, card number 2, the Opalite group? Why do people respect group number 2? Oh my. Okay. So the Emperor did come flying out. It actually came out in reverse though, and I don't know why, but for some reason I kind of felt the need to keep it. So let's see. And I don't know why I'm also seeing the Devil card. That came out in the first group, so let's see if anything repeats. Oh damn. Okay. So we have the 4 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Okay, so the reason why you are respected in this group is because I feel like your personality is something that other people might be afraid to be. You know, like some people, they always act nice, even if they're not happy or they don't like the person or whatever. I don't see you being that type of person. I don't see you being that. This is not fake at all. Okay. I heard somebody say, I don't care. So let's see. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Page of Wands. So some of you guys, you actually are like a little childish. Like a little childish. And when I say childish, that doesn't mean you're not mature. I mean, I think this is more so like, I don't know, maybe you don't put too much like pressure on yourself. Or maybe you don't care about how people think of you. So you could be the most mature person in the world, but if somebody wants to underestimate you, then maybe you just play into it. Ooh, look, 10 of Swords though. For a little bit, I heard. Let's see what cards you got. This one's gonna be a doozy. I'm excited to get into this. Okay. Ooh, we got the Death card again. Didn't I tell you I was seeing the Death card? Look. Okay. So it peeped out when I split the deck before pulling this Emperor in reverse. And then here you get it as your first card, the Death card, the card of transformation. A lot of people respect you. So some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you change. Here's the Justice card too. Another major arcana. So 3 major arcana so far. Daydream. Yeah, not too much pressure. Some of you guys are really chill. Deep. I do think you're fair as well, though. Some of you guys, you've actually been through a lot, though. You've been through a lot, or I don't know if it's like disappointments coming through. Ooh, Temperance, another major arcana. Yeah, so let me not say you're immature. I don't know if that's the right word. Let me ask Spirit if I should keep that Emperor card. Should I keep that one? Say no. We got an 8, which is an odd number. If you've been on my channel before, then you'll know that when I roll these die, odd or even, odd is yes, even is no. And some of the numbers give me a more specific message. So sometimes when I get 2, it's like, yeah, it's a no, and you already knew it was a no. And 8 came out, so I feel like it's a no, but there's a reason. There's a reason for it. So we're going to put this one back in. We're going to shuffle and see what comes out on the bottom of the deck after. And I think this will give me a better picture. Some of you guys, it's that you're in your own little world. I don't know if it's that you're in your own little world. Okay, so let's put this back in and shuffle. The reason why I wasn't sure if I should take the Emperor was because it flew out like so I could see the face of it, but 2 other cards flew out like this, right next to it, like on the table. So sometimes when that happens, I put everything back. Let's see what comes out though. I wonder if it'll come out again. Maybe it'll come out upright. So what do people respect about card number 2? What do people respect about card number 2? Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who knows right from wrong as well. But that doesn't mean that you have lost like your lust for life, or you can't be a dreamer as well. Some people respect people that follow their dreams. You know why? Because they're the ones that end up being the celebrities, or end up being the ones that people can tell their friends about. Like I'm seeing somebody like, oh yeah, well my sister does blah blah blah. My brother actually ended up doing this. I actually met this person doing this and blah blah blah. They're actually really cool. So I do feel like you're cool. People respect you because you seem like a cool person. Let's get one more. Oh, there it is, the Tower. So it's surprising as well. There's the Tower. A lot of intense energy you have. So some of you guys, you have a big personality. I could see people viewing you to be an extrovert. And maybe it's not an extrovert, but that you are more exclusive with who you let in your inner circle if you're not an extrovert. If you don't identify with being an extrovert or somebody that enjoys, like socialization or just, going out and doing certain things or whatever. And then it's how surprised they are when they get speaking to you. Ooh, look, the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, though. Some of you guys, you're going to have a Scorpio or like water in your chart. You don't have to. 10 of Pentacles, endings. Some of you guys, people respect you because you are like relationship material. Or if you're in a relationship right now, they respect you because you're in a relationship. So you're somebody that, someone will want to be in a relationship with. So that maybe they assume that you're loyal or something like that. Emotionally mature, Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. As I say that, oh my God, look, it says loyalty. Oh my God, okay. And 6 of Swords, bottom of the deck. You seem like somebody that cares about family too. Very solution-oriented person, and you feel like the answer to, I don't know, I heard like a good life is like peace. It feels like you are somebody that wishes well on people. You try to provide people with solutions. You hope everybody does the work that they need to do on themselves to be happy. I feel like you also are respectable because you see things long term. You're not afraid to put an end to something if it's no longer worth it, if it's harming you or another person, if it's just, time to close that chapter. People respect you because you have emotions and you actually don't deny them. Like you don't act like you don't feel, you don't act like you don't care. And just because you have emotions does not mean that you will make decisions that are fueled in that. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you actually, as deep as you are or how much you do feel, you don't open up about that all the time. And that's another reason why people respect you. So I don't know if it's that you have to be that way, like, or if because you feel so much, you just understand that it's not. I think this is somebody that has learned who they can and cannot trust. So maybe it's not that you have a problem with being emotional, but that you're just not going to be that way with everybody. So if you care, that doesn't mean that you're going to bend over backwards, or you're not going to, write somebody a whole paper about all the beautiful things about them. That doesn't mean you don't care, though. That doesn't mean that you aren't a good person. I feel like this is somebody who is peaceful, calm, level-headed, but also has a nice balance to them. So sometimes you can be really sweet, and maybe other times you do have a little bite to you. But I feel like this is because you are human and you feel. So you are the type of person to admit to being human, admit to having changed, admit to maybe making mistakes in the past or doing things that you wouldn't do now. I feel like people respect your optimism, the way you can make anything sound exciting. It feels like you can make anything sound exciting or fun. Some of you guys are a really good friend, and that's why people respect you, is that you're a good friend. I feel like people respect you because maybe you have a way of making difficult conversations sound less tense or just more bearable. So, like, if there is an important topic to bring up, you're not going to avoid it, but maybe you wait for the right time, or maybe you will make a joke out of that one little thing to ease the tension or whatever. Why is that respectable? Because maybe it is considerate of other people's emotions. Maybe it is cute to some people, or depending on who you're watching for, right? So, maybe you're watching this for somebody that you actually want to respect you and not view you in that sort of way. Then it's not that they're viewing it as cute, it's that they're viewing it as something that gets things moving. Like, it's good for you to be this way because I think other people might benefit from it. I feel like you also are somebody that brings like information people could use. So I don't know if it's that you know a lot or if you are like the middleman for something. Some people respect you because of the way you dress, like your style. It could be different. It could be a little youthful. Some of you guys, I don't know, but it seems your style. So you know how like some people when you first meet somebody, they might size them up and look at their shoes, look at their hair, whatever. I feel like people might size you up and be like, oh okay, like yeah. I'm hearing somebody go, oh okay. So 4 of Pentacles. I feel like people respect you because if you say something is wrong, another person's not going to be able to convince you otherwise. Okay, and then it's not because you're stubborn, but it's because you trust your feelings, you trust your gut. It's because you've been here before, it's because you know better, it's because you got a feeling, it's because somebody already tipped you off to this, it's because you're confident and you don't question yourself. So there was another group that didn't question themselves, but I think it was more so because of their expertise. And I feel like for this group, this is more so like tapped into your feelings. And it doesn't mean that you have to be telling other people how you feel in a situation. No, you don't necessarily have to be doing that for the 4 of Pentacles to be coming there. It's more so coming off as someone who's grounded, like someone who has their feet. I'm hearing this saying in Spanish. Is it pies en la tierra or something like that? Like feet on the ground. So, yeah, I think that's the saying. Feet on the ground. So I feel like you're realistic. Some of you guys, you really know how to spend money wisely. So you could save money, you could splurge on money if you could afford it. It really doesn't matter, but it seems something about coming through like monetarily is like coming through. I also feel like this is more so speaking to the fact that you are not someone that's just following every trend just because everyone says that it's cool. So maybe that's why your style was coming through. And I feel like the style is more so the way you speak. So let's say I don't know, like you have a military family or something, and the way that they speak is more so um, and very strict or very controlled or whatever, but you are more free. Then it's the fact that you are that way despite your surroundings or despite the other people around you. But I'm seeing something about your specific style, your specific flair being respected. I feel like it's being respected though because it's true. Something about it feels true. There's a sense of like purity coming through here as well. I feel like people could just enjoy your company. Like for some reason it's coming through that people could just enjoy like being around you. Like they don't even really have to say anything to you. Some of you guys, that's why people respect you is because you don't say too much. You don't say too much at all. You do kind of seem like you're a bit distracted or like you got better things to do or you're already on your way out the door. But not because like you're too busy to care, but I think it's just because you have things going on. You got things you're doing. I feel like in this group you do kind of set trends though. You're not a follower. Just because everyone's doing this one thing doesn't mean that you're going to do it. Just because you could get away with it doesn't mean that you're going to do it. I heard. Okay. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's like something that you could do, but you don't do it because it would be wrong. So maybe you can make a little bit more money doing something this way, but you don't do it because that would be wrong. I feel like this is the type of person as well who If you see something, you will say something. This does feel like a kind person. Some of you guys, if you have children, you respect it because of how you parent them. That's a very specific message for those of you that have children. I also heard for anybody that is like getting older, they have seen you mature emotionally. So the other group is like, okay, people have seen them mature because maybe they got that house, or maybe they got that job, or maybe they've been in this relationship for X amount of time. But I feel like for this group, it's like, let's say you really did go through a lot, and it took you a while to open back up, to get over that trauma, to file that divorce, to quit that job, to the things that people do to end things. That is a big chapter. So maybe it took you a while to graduate, or it took you a while to complete that project. I don't know, but it's like I really was getting more so connected to like healing emotionally, like healing yourself emotionally, for the King of Cups to be here on the bottom of the deck. So let's say you're watching this about a specific person that's in your family, or someone you're in a partnership, or someone you've known for 10 years, 8 years, something like that, or a good while. Then they're seeing you just appear different emotionally over that time. So let's say you were fine, but now you just seem happier. They like that. They respect you for that. I don't know. I feel like it's easier to respect a happy person because, sometimes when people do like shady things and stuff, it's so clear that they're doing it because they're not happy. They're not happy with their life. It's so clear that they are doing things because they obsess over the wrong shit, or because they're afraid of getting called out, or they're genuinely just like a bad person and do not care what they do and how it affects other people. I feel like people respect you in this group because you really do take accountability for things, but you're not going to admit to doing something that you did not do. You're not going to accuse another person of doing something that they didn't do either. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. So that's what makes you respectable. Some of you guys, you dead ass are wealthy though. There could be some people here that are wealthy. And I'm just saying that because I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles right here. Some of you guys, the reason why you respect it is because of your family. So either your family, the family you come from, or like a group that you belong to. So let's say you tell somebody that you work for, I don't know, some big ass company, then it's that. Or let's say it has nothing to do with the company, but that you tell somebody you've been married for 36 years, then oh my God, it's like damn respect. Or let's say you tell somebody you got 8 kids, oh my God, damn respect. It's like something like that. Okay. 6 of Swords. I heard you do what you gotta do. I feel like you're somebody that makes people feel like it's all going to be okay. I don't know how you do this though. I heard somebody say, I don't know how you do it though. You're really attractive though. It feels like attractive, like energetically, like emotionally. The thing I was saying earlier about like people just enjoying your company, for some reason, it makes them respect you. For some reason, the fact that you are an emotionally pleasant person makes people respect you, makes people want to talk to you. It makes people want to get you to trust them, to open up so that they can know more about you. It makes them want to ask you how you honestly feel about something so that they can know the truth for once. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. So we got the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, look, 10 of Cups. Somebody here could have Pisces in their chart as well. Don't have to. So clarifying the Tower, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, they're the honesty, the truth, right? The directness, the boldness, the putting things out there on the table. The looking for the answer, the truth. The making sure that no one's playing with you. I feel like yeah. So there is an energy of like not being able to be played here, but I think it's because no one should. No one should play someone like this, right? I feel like some of you guys are actually very generous as well. So the Four of Pentacles actually be speaking to your generosity. But I was getting for other people here that you are a little bit more like cutthroat. You are a little bit more. Oh, look, Knight of Swords says say that you are a little bit more cutthroat. You don't let anybody get too close to you because you don't trust this. You don't trust anybody. You don't trust just anybody. I heard. So if you are like that too, that's another reason why you respect it. But I'm getting that there could be two sides here. So align yourself as you see fit. Yeah, there another Pisces card coming through here with Hangman. Don't have to have that in your chart. 10 of Cups is not on the bottom of the deck, and I think I showed that already, but people think that you really value honesty, that you really value keeping the right type of people around you, the right company. You really value karma, it feels like. karma, true justice. People respect you for that. So let's say you saw somebody rob somebody and then 10 seconds later they got hit by a truck. Well, karma. God, please don't, take that literally. Some of you guys, you have a dark sense of humor or something like that could be coming through as well. Or the way that you make light of situations is by, cracking that kind of like type of joke. But the right people get it. Knight of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, let's say you're like possessive or like territorial, like what's mine is mine. Don't eat my food. Don't touch my shit. Don't get in my business. People respect you for that. So let's say somebody asks you a personal question, you don't want to answer it. You're not going to answer it. Let's say somebody wants to know what you got going on. You're not going to tell them because why do you care? Let's say somebody's coming towards you with lies. You're not going to listen. You're not going to entertain it. The Hangman to the Page of Wands. I feel like as well though, like when people speak to you, I feel like if you are an optimistic person, that rubs off on people. If you are a happy person, an unconditionally loving person, but trust has to be there first, it's like people respect you for that. So I can see people that you're in like partnerships with actually respect you the most in this group. Because maybe it takes a while for them to get in close with you. Maybe it takes a while for you to feel comfortable. But you have a way of making other people feel comfortable before you do. So people trust that you don't just open up because they ask you to. You don't just do it because they ask you to. You don't just, I don't know. I'm just seeing somebody that doesn't just do things just to do them. There's a reason. There's a reason. Some of you guys, you have a really good memory as well. Really enough. That just came through. You have a really good memory. And I feel like you are somebody that when somebody speaks to you, you make them think about things differently. You make people see things from a different perspective. The actions that you take are almost like, I don't know, it's just like an example or something. Like you're a good example. You're a good role model. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, yeah, you seem like a really good role model. Yeah. Emotionally. Because of your emotions and because of your honesty, it feels like. Because of your sense of right from wrong. Because you don't just do just to do. And I feel like also because there's a confidence in this nature. Some of you guys, you really are like a little bit trippy. Like you are trippy. You are like kind of smooth or like groovy or something like that. And I'm seeing for other people here though, they have a more like dark kind of style. Either way, it doesn't matter. People respect you, and this is why. So if that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I would love to have you. My name is Jay, and we're going to move on now to group number 3. Okay. Here we go. That was nice. I feel like people respect you because you're lovely. Like you're lovely, you're pleasant. You seem nice. I really like that. That was nice energy. Okay, so now we're going to move on to group number 3. Group number 3. Which is right here. Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. And we have the red jasper crystal, which is the one you guys chose, and your blind pulse. So, group number 3, let me put your timestamp in so we know when you guys start, and I'll adjust these after the reading. I think we're pretty much on time with all the groups, so nice. Try to keep these equal in length. Group number 3, thank you so much for coming to my channel. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be looking at why people respect you. So hopefully you're in the right space. If you chose this red jasper crystal, then this is your reading. All right, so why do people respect group number 3? First, we're going to start by pulling a couple of cards from this deck with our shuffles, and then we'll look at your blind pulls, okay? So this will be sort of like an energy check. So why do people respect group number 3? Why do people respect group number 3? I wonder if you guys are going to come out. I'm seeing the star card, for some reason. Don't know why. First card is the Six of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords. A lot of people respect card number 3. Damn. What card is that? Ooh, King of Pentacles. Okay. Extra bonus points for anybody here that has like Virgo or Earth in their chart because those two just came through very heavy. I also got Aquarius. Okay. A lot of people respect this group. The groups have been very similar, but I guess makes sense because the reason why someone might like somebody is different than the reason why they might respect somebody. What I mean by that is like I have some readings where I'd be like, why do people love you? Then obviously the messages that come out in that way are a little bit more specific to the specific person they're watching for, or, you know, maybe their age, or if they're in a relationship or not. But the reasons why people respect you can be tailored to maybe the job you do, or if you have children, or if you're an introvert versus an extrovert, right? Because the people that would be respecting you as an introvert might be people you have close relationships with. Where rather, if you are like a leader or in the public eye of anyway, then the reasons why people might respect you could be a little bit more vast. So, I wonder where this group falls. Let's see. A lot of people respect group number 3. A lot of people respect. Oh damn! Oh my! It was 2 cards, so I'm not going to take them. But the Page of Cups was there. I'm not sure what the one underneath it was. So why do people respect this group? Let's get one more card. One by one. Oh my. Okay, that's way too many. But look, the Page of Cups came back out. Interesting. It actually came back out. They have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups wanted to show just now. I only want one, so that's why I put them back in. Oh, okay. Ooh, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Oh, okay. Some of you are very neat and like organized. A good planner. You get an idea and you go with it. Why do people respect you? Why do people respect you? It feels like there's like nothing that holds you back. People respect you because you don't hold yourself back. You don't limit yourself. You know what life has to offer. You know what you're better than. So people respect you in this group because of the way you value yourself and your life. Okay. What else? And as I say that, here you get the 2 wands. Possibilities. Yeah, so you know what the world has to offer you. Exactly. So why am I going to dwell on this? Why am I going to lack faith in myself and my own abilities, though? 8 of Wands. Oh, okay. Something that you pick things up very quickly. You make choices very quickly. You don't stutter and you don't hesitate. Gift. Souvenir, promotion, and delight. Oh. Knight of Swords. No way, you got the Knight of Swords right underneath the Knight of Swords. And this is a card that we shuffled, by the way. So the fact that it's just lining up that way is kind of crazy. But I'm going to show you how it looks on this card because this is a new deck. I don't bring it out too often on this channel, but it's called Horror Tarot. Tarot. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Horror Tarot. Yeah. And it's got this picture of this like man who looks like he's half himself, half creature. And he's standing on this like rock with like cracks in it and this like dark cave. And he looks ready. He looks ready. He also looks a little scary. Okay. And his teeth are out. Ace of Swords, as I said. So you got the Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles energy in you. Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. So the way that people, or the reason why people respect you in this group is because you're intelligent as fuck. People respect you in this group because you know what you're talking about and you're very, 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 very smart. Some of you guys, you actually can see things coming. Like you can tell what's going to happen. It's like you have killer instinct in this group. Killer instinct. You have bright ideas as well. So you have ideas that people can use. You're innovative. The ideas that you come up with could make money. The ideas that you come up with could change the world, could actually help. So why the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, Spirit? Tell me more about this. Some of you guys, I feel like the reason why people respect you is because you're brave. This is coming off as very brave and courageous. So I don't know. You come off as like the type of person who's not afraid to ask that person that one thing. You're the person that's not afraid to ask for the favor, not afraid to network, not afraid to take the opportunity, seize the day before you don't get the chance again. So I could see you being somebody that can get away with things that other people can't. Or you just be doing things at the right time at the right moment. Again, did I tell you how smart you are? Because you're coming off as extremely smart. You're the person. Hold on. 8 of Wands. Souvenir. 3 of Wands. People respect you because you don't do things that you don't want to do in this group. So maybe people respect you because you are pleasure driven. You are pleasure driven. So, this could be the group of people that don't work a typical 9 to 5. You don't drive the same car that everyone drives, or maybe you don't drive at all. Who knows? Maybe you have niche interests. Maybe you only eat food like this. Maybe you are a bit bougie or a bit uppity or high standards or whatever. People respect you for that. The 8 of Wands is really drawing my attention. This is like your overall energy and how you improve other people. So how you improve people is quickly, very quickly, very quickly. So you walk into somebody's life, you walk into a place of business, you walk into a store, you walk into whatever, all of a sudden it's doing better. You leave a review, now all of a sudden they get in customers. You put this person on, now all of a sudden they have what they need. You meet this person and now all of a sudden their confidence is up there, looking better, doing better, feeling better. Like that's the impact that you have on people. So people see that. It's obvious. It's apparent that you are the reason why things are doing better. And that's why you are respected. Because you don't have to brag either. But if anybody tried to come for your spot, if anybody tried to discredit you or take, what's that word? What's that thing where you say you did something but someone else actually didn't? If anyone were to try to say that they did what you actually did, you're not going to let them get away with that, though. Okay. 2 of Wands possibilities. I feel like you are mentally strong in this group. So you could get into a conversation with just about anybody. You could talk to just about anybody. It doesn't matter what they know, what you know. I also feel like you're somebody that can make things understandable. What does that mean? So maybe you know who you're talking to. You can adjust the way you speak. King of Pentacles, you're extremely patient as well. You can be patient when you want to be. And you take, I don't know why I keep hearing things like, are there athletes in this group or something? Because I keep hearing something about like winning, like take what's yours, like champion sort of energy. You don't come off as you don't come off as insecure. Yeah, you don't come off as insecure. You don't come off like somebody who has like a lot of fears. Yeah, you almost come off as fearless. So that could be why people respect you. So if you are shaking in your boots, if you are faking it till you make it, it's not apparent to other people. So this is not only respectable, I feel like it's attractive. It's like probably sexy to the right people. You're very quick. You can make something grow very quickly. So if you invest in something, it's not for nothing. It's going to actually get to where you want it to be. If you stick around, then it will actually get better. And people see that and they respect you for that. So instead of being that person that I mentioned in group number 2, not saying this is what group number 2 was, but it was like an example I mentioned in that one, that beats a dead horse, you're not like that. You're not like that because your instincts are so solid that you would just never be in that predicament. There was another group where it was like they would leave if they had to. And I'm not saying you wouldn't, but it's more so like you just wouldn't really be in a situation like that, it feels like. If you are, it's like very rare. And again, you very quickly get yourself out of it. I'm seeing with the Three of Wands as well is that you're a very expansive, forward thinking person. So you don't think the way that everybody else does. You can come up with things that other people can't. I feel like you are somebody that can come up with something very quickly. Like that keeps coming through. So I don't know if it's like you interview well. Some of you guys, I don't know if you're like a writer or if, I mean, I guess I could see this being sales or something like that, or like customer service, IT, anything like that. I'm just seeing somebody who can find a solution or move things along quickly. So I mean, that can literally be anything. Like you know how like people can work at like concerts and they know how to move a wave of people without creating like any issues. It really doesn't matter. Some of you guys, I could even see you building something, like quite literally building something. But I really think that this Three of Wands connected to the Knight of Swords is giving me this energy of somebody who thinks about things in the future. So, okay, yeah, I could buy this house, but what's the value going to be like later? Okay, yeah, I could say yes to going to these plans, but what about if that week I just really need a break? Like, I don't know, I heard something about forward thinking. So you could be that person in school that always did things different. You were mature before everyone else. You probably started working before other people. Some of you guys, you moved out quickly. Um, hmm. Curiosity and intellect being a gift. So your curiosity and intellect is a gift. Huh. So you could be excellent at like research or doing anything like hands-on. Hmm. Seems like you are skilled. You do know a lot. You're pretty wise. And you can handle high stress environments. People respect you because of that. Someone saying something rude to you or whatever is not going to make you back down or make you all of a sudden start. I heard something about if you're around a Debbie Downer, they don't deter you. So let's say you tell somebody that you're about to do something and this person is just super anxious and so they tell you it's not a good idea. Or let's say you are about to wear something and you look dope as fuck in it, but the other person around you is super insecure, so they tell you it doesn't look good. That's not gonna stop you. This is the energy of somebody that has a lot of forward motion, who's not going to stop grinding, stop going after the things that they want to do just because. Yeah, I heard just because. So I'm not gonna not do this just because you asked me to. I feel like you're the type of person that people have to be. They have to like kind of be serious with, if that makes sense. It's not to say that you're not funny or anything, or you're not whatever, but I feel like people do kind of have to watch what they say around you, though. Like people can't just come up and say any old thing to you. They can't just make a joke about any old thing about you. I feel like you are the type of person that you do have like certain subjects or whatever, certain things that you just don't play around with, you don't mess around with. Some of you guys, you are private. Some of you guys, weirdly enough, you're respected because of your friend group or like your community or something like that. What else? Anything else, Spirit, from these cards? This is like the core value that you have. So I feel like the core value that you have is based in truth, honesty. Ace of Swords. I just feel like you are the person that gets things going. So if you were doing a group project, you'd be the one to say, "Hey, did everybody remember to do their blah blah blah?" You, if you and your family all had to get one thing done, you would make sure that everybody got it done. You would remind them. You would help them. I just see somebody that can do stuff quickly. They like, and you're smart. Like you can come up with solutions. You know the answer. You know the right way. But I don't feel like you're like the first group where it was like you know the right thing and you're just gonna help everybody. No, not at all. I feel like this is more the energy of somebody. If someone comes to you in their time of need, then of course you'll help them. But there's a price, baby. There's a price, and you gotta let me know. This is the energy of somebody. If somebody wants to ask you out on a date, then they have to plan ahead because you're probably very busy. This is somebody who also could be distant if you have to be. So people respect you because you don't do too much, and you also, I can see this being somebody that has boundaries. Like you actually have boundaries, and you communicate your boundaries well. It doesn't make you a mean person to have boundaries. It doesn't make you an asshole to correct somebody if they're wrong, to let somebody know that this is actually the right thing, or we actually do need to fix this because blah blah blah. So we do need people like you. We need people like you, because everything would be chaotic without people like you. Everything would be chaotic if there was nobody in the world that could figure out a way to make butter spreadable or make a microwave so that people don't have to wait 80 million years to heat up their lunch. You know, it's like things like that that you come up with that maybe now or in your everyday life you're like, yeah, I mean, big whoop. But no, you are that person that came up with that shit. You are that person. You are. Like, I'm just seeing somebody that has like golden ideas, you know? Like really, really smart ideas. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be like, oh my God, how did you figure out how to design that room like that? Or, oh, I like what you did with the space or something like that. Okay, so let's get a few more before we close it out. So we're going to put the Knight of Swords that was on the bottom of the deck there again and flip the deck over and take what was on the top. So we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody who is very protective over their family and things that they care about as well. Page of Cups, King of Swords. So you got the King and the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Two of Cups here. So people respect you as well because I think that you're lovable as well. Weird. I'm saying weird because it just came out like as a nice little tidbit at the end. This could even be like something, this could be a specific person wanting to come through and tell you that not only do they respect you for the traits that I just mentioned, but there are 3 things that they love about you. This could be a friend, this could be a coworker. It really doesn't matter. Whoever you are thinking about right now, then it's that person. But I feel like you're respected and loved because of the way you don't give in, the way, if you don't have an answer, you will find one. If you don't know the way, you'll look it up. So you don't make excuses in this group. You're respected for that. You're respected because I feel like you are somebody that can really flow with other people. Like, yeah, you say things, or yeah, there is a demeanor to you that is a certain way or serious or whatever. Or maybe you do need your space sometimes, but maybe it's the fact that you're honest about that. This could be somebody that does need their space. Yes, I love you, but I can love you from a distance. Or yes, I love you, but give me some time or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like people are respecting you a lot of it because of your boundaries and the way that you enforce your beliefs and the way that you think. The way you think. Page of Cups. I think you make people in this group feel taken care of. You make people feel taken care of. So, like, if you're in a relationship right now, then your partner loves you and respects you because they feel like there's no issue that you guys could not overcome together. If you have siblings, then you really do what you have to do for them. If you have pets, I could see that being the case as well. Every now and again, people do get to see a softer side of you. It's not, I don't think this is the energy that you're in 100% of the time, but I do feel like every now and again, you actually can be really sweet. So this is somebody who's logical. You are someone who's logical, practical, realistic. I think you do well with like time management. That could be something. It's like someone respects the way that you split up your time, or the way you. I said something about organization earlier, so that was coming through. Someone here could have good eating habits. Four of Pentacles to the Six of Swords to close it out. I feel like in this group, you don't just let anybody around you. And I don't know. It's really coming through as like somebody here that might be in a partnership and they don't let nobody get close to their partner. They don't play about them. Or they don't play about their friend. They don't play about something. But it feels like one thing. There was another group where it's like they don't play at all. Don't play with them at all. But this one is like one thing. It's either a person, a valuable, or I don't know, some plan that you have that you don't want to tell anybody yet. Oh, this could be somebody that you make plans, but you keep the shit on the hush until you're ready to tell other people about what you got going on. So you patent your shit, I heard. Patent your shit. Okay, so if that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I would love to see you here again. Yeah, my name is Jay, and I think that's it. Love you guys. Hit the links below if you want to watch more readings like this. I have a playlist where I gas you guys up like this the entire time. As long as you hit shuffle, you get a couple of cool readings to listen to. But yeah, okay, bye.